Yo, Bucko, it's Zero coming back to you with another figure review, and today it's Imperial Monday once again. Today I have not one, but two of these Remnant Stormtroopers. I'm actually pretty lucky to have picked them up. I actually saw they pinged up and went on stock at a Target not too far from here. Went down there and didn't see him on the shelf. Asked one of the employees, he went to the back and he had a case of them. Nobody touched them, so got fresh picks, got both of these guys. Would have grabbed a third, but I decided to grab a different figure instead because it was buy two get one. And as much as I love the Stormtroopers, I kind of wanted to leave at least a couple for some other guys because I felt bad taking all of them. But I only grabbed two, so that means that there's still whatever the case left for the other people. Anyways, these guys look awesome. The previews for these guys did not look good at all. I'm not gonna lie, it was very... I don't know what it is with these previews for these figures lately, but they have not been looking good. Like, every time they make a new figure, I'm just like, Like, Asajj Ventress looks fine. The Clone Troopers, they look fine. But, these... I don't know what has been up with the like Mandalorian figures in particular. They the previews for them have not been looking good at all. Anyways, you know, the Remnant Stormtroopers, they really haven't been seen since the first season of the Mandalorian, which is a shame because it's really cool to see like these old beat up Stormtroopers just kind of laying around, but it's fine. We're finally getting them after an entire year. And we have not seen him since in the second season. So, was this a late release? Yes, it was, but definitely worth it. We're gonna check out this box real quick. So, get that out. Get one of these boys out of the way. All right. So, of course, as always, you got Star Wars Black Series on the top. You got the Star Wars Mandalorian orange, goes all the way around. You got the Remnant Stormtrooper. You got your artwork here on the side, and honestly, you can't really tell that is a Remnant Stormtrooper. It does have a little battle damage on it, but you really can't tell too much. Here's the other Stormtroopers for comparison. So you got your Incinerator Trooper and your normal Stormtrooper. Yeah, and honestly, it's weird because you would not guess his number. But his number is number 9. Would not have guessed that. It's kind of weird to me. Back of the box says Remnant Stormtrooper again. It says, the Empire is in disarray. The once pristine and uniform rank of Stormtroopers that fought for the Empire now resemble a ragtag army of mercenaries for lawless gangsters. Very cool. You get the artwork again. You can see kind of another Stormtrooper in the background. That's kind of cool. Pretty sure this is Moff Gideon on the side here. On this, I think it's going to be one of the Mandalorians. If you open this up, actually, you can see more of it. It's like a jetpack, but maybe I'll throw that on the screen if I can find a picture of it. Orange goes around. Alright, and now let's get these guys out of the box. Alright, and here they are out of the packaging, and oof. I'm not going to lie. These may be some of my favorite repaints of troopers I've ever had. It's simple, but it works. It works really well. Yeah, I love the detail all around on this guy. Yeah, before I get into that, oh man, these guys, I don't know. I was kind of worried they would look like shit, but they look really good actually. I don't know if they overdid it with the kind of like worn armor or not, but I think it looks pretty good. I'm also glad that the paint goes all the way around because some of these figures, it just stops. Like, they don't do the detailing all around. Like, I know with, I believe this Death Trooper here that I will be opening up soon because I just got another one. Some of his paint kind of stops. But, yeah, I'm glad at least with these guys, the paint goes at least all the way around mostly. It's not too much on the back here, but yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. I need to take a look at the one accessory he comes with. And you already know he comes with his E11 blaster. these are going to be the new standard for this figure. If you watch my other one, this one has a longer clip than the other one. Also has this flashlight attachment. It's very nice sculpt. I'm glad that we are kind of changing from the other E11, but I'm going to miss that one. Also, now seeing the new episodes of The Mandalorian, it makes sense why that's a Mandalorian figure and not a like Rogue One figure or something. Right? So yeah, there's not really a lot of paint on this. So yeah, we're just gonna jump right into this figure. His paint scheme just is beautiful. There's not a lot of problems here. You get a lot of silver, a lot of this kind of like brown brushing. It just, oh my gosh, it just blends in so well together. There's not a lot of battle damage on that back, but I mean, like, if this is only armor that's being shot at and beat up from the front, kind of makes sense. Wish there was a little more silver on the back. I mean, it continues here. I don't know. Maybe that's like accurate or something. But they got the brown on the back, and as far as I can tell, the paint is sort of consistent, but they are a little different on each. Like, I don't know, this one is a little more brown in the helmet while this one's a little lighter. So if you get a few of these, they're not going to be 100% the same, but they do have very similar patterns. But yeah, this is kind of cool that it just looks really worn and beat up, and these guys look really good together. Glad I actually picked up 2 of these. Kind of wish I picked up the 3rd, but I don't really need 3 of these guys, do I? And one more thing I want to point out, I'm not really too sure here, but with these visor, you can definitely tell compared to this, it is not a glossy black. It actually kind of looks like a very, very, very dark green, which if that is the case, I really like that, because that just means that they are trying to go for like the actual look of the helmet, which I'm pretty sure has like the green lenses, but it's so dark usually on the camera that you cannot tell that it's green. But oh man, if that, I can't really tell. It looks, from some angles it looks black, some angles it looks like a very dark green. But if that is supposed to be a dark green, because it's definitely not the same black as that. Like that and that black are the same. This is definitely not the same black as that. Or maybe I'm just tripping. But alright, let's go ahead. Now showed off the figure a little bit. We're going to get into the articulation. And of course, same thing with the other figure. You got ball joint at the bottom of the neck. The neck now moves all the way around. You got the neck goes up into another ball joint at the head, so you can kind of move it around, but it is a trooper, so you're not going to get the most movement ever, but it's a lot. I almost want to say that the other trooper, the original one, had more movement. Not too sure. Regardless though, you get butterfly joints here, which again, amazing for articulation. Glad that they started adding these to a lot of these newer figures, which I haven't been able to open a lot of them, and I've been lazy, but I got a lot of them coming up, so stay tuned for those. Yeah, these shoulder pads do articulate out, so yeah, you can get a ton of movement that you couldn't get before. They also rotate with the butterfly joint, so you can kind of get it to go all the way around. I'm not gonna like force it all the way around though. I don't want to like stress it out or anything. From my experience, it won't break. It'll go all the way around, but I'm not gonna like risk it right now. So yeah. Then you got a hinge and swivel here again. It's all the way around at the shoulder. Then you got a single jointed elbow. So moving away from those double jointed elbows we used to have, which isn't really a problem. Then you got don't have a bicep swivel. You do have though a hinge and swivel at the wrist. This one goes up and down as per usual. This one goes left to right. You have a ball joint at the torso. Then you have your leg can kick out that far, kick back this far. He has thigh swivels. Then he has, again, single jointed knee, so you're not going to be able to kick his own ass anymore. Kind of unfortunate. Then you have a hinge and swivel at the ankle and a forward facing pin for rocker. Alright, and let's go ahead to the 360 view for this guy. Show them off next to some other figures, and we're starting off with the original Black Series Stormtrooper and the Mim Bam Stormtrooper. Here they are next to Lord Vader, and here they are next to Mando and Boba, and here they are next to Cara Dune and IG-11, and finally here they are next to Luke Skywalker Squawker. Now overall these figures are amazing. I only really have two problems with these figures. Well, one of them isn't really even a problem, it's just I wish I still had it. Wish I still had the holster on the side, and then I guess I wish there was a little more silver on the back. I'm not too sure if that's accurate or not, but I mean, you started to do it. I don't know what happened, but you started to do it. But other than that, these look spectacular. I really like the way that these turned out. Again, it's another time where Hasbro's glam shots didn't do anything for these figures. I almost was afraid to pick this up with how bad the glam shots looked, but when I saw it in person, I was like, yeah, this looks 10 times better than these glam shots. I don't know if it's just because they're the digital glam shots or if they just look really crappy in the box or something when they do the glam shots, but these look amazing. Definitely a lot better than I expected. Man, they look awesome, and these are definitely going to get some great photos, so if you can find these guys, go pick them up. I wish they weren't exclusive, but hopefully you guys can find them out there. So as always, you can bring them in warm, or you can bring them in cold. Thanks for watching, and good hunting.